Well, Saudi Arabia claimed today that it was ready to participate in any ground mission in Syria if the U.S.-led alliance decides to start such operations, an advisor to the Saudi defense minister said. Saudi Arabia has been an active member of the U.S.-led coalition that's fighting the Islamic State in Syria since 2014 and has carried out more than 190 aerial missions. The United States is scheduled to convene a meeting of defense ministers in Brussels this month from countries fighting the Islamic State. For more on that, we're joined now by Julie Lenarz, the Executive Director for Human Security Center in London. Thank you very much for joining us.
You're welcome. Hello.
So if you could tell us the significance now of the Saudi offer. Is this changing their role in the Middle East, or is this yet another challenge to Iran?
Well, yes, I think we do have to analyze this and see this in the context of the wider geopolitical situation. This is all about the fight that is currently going on between Saudi Arabia and Iran, triggered by the execution of this very high-profile Shia cleric in Saudi Arabia earlier this year. And what we're seeing now is basically proxy wars involving both Saudi and Iran being fought across the region. We see that in Yemen, and what Saudi Arabia is now planning to do in Syria is probably quite similar strategy.
Again, you're right. The Iranians are heavily involved on the ground in Syria now. Does this, again, become another direct challenge?
Yes, indeed. I mean, we have to understand that obviously Iran is allied with President Assad and Hezbollah in Syria, now backed by Russia, and they are making some progress. And Saudi obviously will be worried by that because they want to reinforce their sphere of influence across the region, including Syria. So it would make sense from their national interest to get involved in the Syrian conflict now and, back the Sunni allied partners of the U.S. and of Saudi Arabia and of the other Arab partners who are fighting Assad, who are fighting Iran, who are fighting Hezbollah. And again, this really comes back to this fight that is currently being fought between Iran on the one hand and Saudi Arabia on the other.
Thank you very much for your time, Julie Lenarz.